Post-apocalyptic games are a genre of video games that take place in a world after a catastrophic event, such as a nuclear war, a zombie outbreak, or a natural disaster. Post-apocalyptic games are known for their immersive storytelling, open-world exploration, and intense action gameplay. So today, I'll talk about the new upcoming post-apocalyptic games coming out in 2025 and beyond. Hopefully, you'll enjoy this list. PIONER is an upcoming first-person shooter game set on a post-apocalyptic Soviet-era island. The game combines elements of survival, exploration, and role-playing within an open-world environment.
Invaders leave. We will create a new world of the ruins of the old one, as the great raven bestowed.
We wouldn't have wanted it to end this way. We offer our sincere condolences and hope you will die with that understanding.
I don't want to spoil it for you. All you need to know is that we're going to have an incredibly fun time together.
Was a mistake, and will continue to monitor you and your progress. Your actions are rapidly changing the course of events, and the general vector of changes is close to our worldview.
But here everything is strange. Our informant is weird. Our enemies are weird. The same goes for you too.
Hi everyone, I am Jonathan Jacques Bellatet. I am the creative director and the art director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So today I'm super excited because we're going to show you some brand new gameplay, some new sequences, and some new tidbits from the game that we've never shown before. Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that blends the old-school thrill of exploration and discovery with a deeply satisfying melee combat system. You're going to wield a lot of different weapons, master various skills, and strategically use your drone's abilities to gain the upper hand in battle. But combat is only 50% of the experience. The other half of the game is all about the exploration, the discovery, the joy that's related to them, and how they play a central role in your journey.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here.
So you play as Remy, and you're returning to the country you were born in, the country is called Hadia, and search for answers, but only to find that the land is torn apart by a vicious civil war. With only a few pieces of information to start with, so you'll have to investigate to uncover the truth about your past and figure out where to go next. But unlike traditional games, Hell Is Us doesn't rely on quest markers or a guided path. There's no magical compass pointing you in the right direction, and there's no quest journal with, the shopping list of everything that you need to do and in which order. But instead, our player plattering approach encourages you to follow your own instincts, discover clues organically, and chart your own course through the adventure. In this sequence, we just arrive at a village called Jova. This is the village where Remy was born. He remembers that. He also remembers one more clue, which is his father was the blacksmith of Jova. So these are kind of like the earliest clues that you have in the game in order to decide what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and how to chart your own path into trying to find your parents.
Death Stranding 2 On the Beach is an upcoming sequel to Hideo Kojima's 2019 action-adventure game Death Stranding. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, the sequel continues the journey of Sam, delves deeper into the enigmatic realm known as the beach, exploring themes of connection and isolation.
couldn't protect you. I tried to jump us out of there. But I could only take my equipment with me. And I couldn't possibly think of Lou like that. There was no way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
Project S is an upcoming post-apocalyptic looter shooter set in a world devastated by an unknown catastrophe. The game combines science fiction elements with intense combat scenarios.
불현듯 나타난 놈들에게 인류는 멸망했지. 우리의 거대한 방벽은 무너졌고 생존자들은 뿔뿔이 흩어졌어. 놈들은 언제 어디서든 우리의 목숨을 노렸고 뜬 눈으로 매일 밤을 지새울 수밖에 없었지. 살기 위해 서로를 죽이는 절망이 펼쳐졌어. 그렇지만 아직 희망이 있어. 쉘터 안에 인류를 구원할 수 있는 마지막 키가 남아있으니까. 무너진 도시에서 키를 찾고 탈출해. 이제 우리의 세상을 되찾게 될 거야.
Plan 8 is a sci-fi MMO shooter with a post-apocalyptic setting. The game features a world overrun by rogue AI, exosuits and advanced technology, hinting at a possible dystopian or post-collapse scenario. Cronos, The New Dawn is an upcoming survival horror game set in a post-apocalyptic 1980s Poland, following a cataclysmic event known as the Change that has transformed humans into monstrous beings called orphans. Life after End is a fierce struggle for survival in post-apocalyptic Siberia, where every moment can be your last. Familiar places are now a nostalgic reminder of times past, which will seem like a fairy tale. Tides of Annihilation is a fantasy action-adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic modern London ravaged by an otherworldly invasion. Players control Gwendoline, the city's last surviving inhabitant, who possesses the ability to command spectral knights inspired by Arthurian legend.
That was a fatal mistake.
I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
Gwendolyn, this is your final warning.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
Borderlands 4 is a looter-shooter game set in a universe filled with lawless wastelands, dangerous bandits, and corporations fighting for power, which gives it a Mad Max-like post-apocalyptic feel.
Right there! Come on! Wake up, man! I'm feeling like a punk! Be my friend! Wake up, man! I'm feeling like a punk! Don't wanna be like us! Don't wanna be like us! Don't wanna be like us! Wake up, man! I'm feeling like a...
Dying Light, The Beast is a post-apocalyptic survival horror game set in a world overrun by zombies. This game continues the Dying Light franchise's signature mix of action, horror, and open-world exploration. Hello Sunshine is an upcoming mystery survival RPG set in the sun-scorched ruins of a corporate empire. You play as the final employee on a mission to reach a distant tower and decide the fate of the remaining world. Days Gone Remastered is scheduled for release on April 25, 2025, exclusively for the PlayStation 5. This enhanced version of the original 2019 title brings several improvements and new content to the post-apocalyptic adventure.
Man, woman, and child are now homeless. What belongs to them now?
Bring it!
We'll survive.
After I put Sarah on a chopper, I felt relieved. How fucked up is that?
What if
you could take it all back? How would if you could fix it?
You really think she's still alive? Billions of people are dead, but somehow she made it.
we don't have hope for a better life or for a future that matters? What the hell are we fighting for?
Terminator Survivors is an upcoming open-world survival game set in the iconic Terminator universe, scheduled for release in 2025 and will be available on Windows PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or S.
From Judgment Day and its killing sun, now it's time to be back in the light. The world of Skynet will have to fight, but the new life one day we'll see, and everywhere our name will be survivors.
State of Decay 3 is a post-apocalyptic game set in a world overrun by zombies. Players must scavenge for resources, build and manage survivor communities, and fend off the undead while navigating the dangers of a lawless, ruined world.
We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it. And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on. When we needed it the most. I didn't know you well.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is an upcoming third-person post-apocalyptic action RPG with a strong narrative focus developed by Black Forest Games and published by THQ Nordic. Kyoryu is a third-person action-adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Players control a young, genetically modified son of a samurai T-Rex. No More Light is a survival shooter where humanity's last remnants fight for survival against an alien insectoid invasion. No Bodies Left is a third-person action-adventure game set in a post-war apocalyptic city where societal structures have collapsed, and survival is paramount.
Any last words?
I'm all yours, but hear my advice before you proceed, son. There might be some consequences.
What are the consequences? I'm already drowned.
It seems that you're seeking redemption. The door is always open.
You should have never opened that door.
Hear me out. Your perception about this whole situation is clouded by emotion. Put the gun down. Let me take care of it.
It's too late.
Explore the wastelands with four-legged friend in first. Fight for survival, gather resources, face bloodthirsty monsters, and rebuild mankind.
It was all true. This is how it ended. We were next in the line, but he refused to let go and found a friend in need, who then returned the favor. But the truth is, we're only still here because of them. He used his inventory and skills. His friend had his back all along. One thing is sure, they made it because they had each other's back.
M.I.N.S.K is a third-person survival horror adventure set in a dark, post-apocalyptic world. Control an exploration robot as it infiltrates abandoned locations in search for vital resources. NAKWON Last Paradise is an upcoming third-person zombie apocalypse stealth survival game set in a post-apocalyptic Seoul, South Korea. Players must infiltrate the city, scavenge for valuable resources, and escape while avoiding both zombies and other survivors. Light of Motiram is an open-world survival crafting game set in a post-apocalyptic world dominated by colossal machines. Build your base of operations, advance technology, train mecha animals, and take on formidable bosses. Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game set in the year 2100. After a global bacteriological warfare has decimated civilization, players must navigate the remnants of society, scavenging resources, crafting tools, and building shelters to survive. ExeKiller is a retro-futuristic Western FPS action-adventure game with a storyline set in a post-apocalyptic alternate timeline and character progression system, and varied story choices.
Empty.
Area contamination 80. Checking for source. Kill. 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 This is for your own good. Event flag for security. Uplink error.
Shit, I'm out.
Please stand.
Forest Reigns is an upcoming story-driven first-person shooter set in a post-apocalyptic Paris overtaken by a sentient, evolving forest. Modify your guns, bond with factions, and explore the world freely. Your choices will shape the story. The Path into the Abyss is a hardcore first-person open-world survival shooter set in a post-apocalyptic Buenos Aires, Argentina. The game combines elements of cosmic horror with dynamic combat mechanics and looting.
Anhelantes viajeros del mar, nacido del continente de los reyes, sin saber qué les deparaba, de trabajo, sudor y lágrimas. Armaron sus casas de barro y plantaron vida, compartiendo con otros cuya naturaleza desconocían. Y con más fuerza que nunca lucharon para mantener sus raíces, sus creencias.
Yo estuve ahí. Existe algo distinto que vive en lo profundo. Es como una sombra. Ahora lo siento conmigo todo el tiempo.
Hello everyone.
A Silent Desolation is a third-person survival game set in a distant future where humanity has long abandoned Earth. Players assume the role of a lone interstellar traveler who crash lands on a desolate and unrecognizable planet.
New here, A Silent Desolation is a third-person survival game developed by a single creator. In this game, you step into the shoes of a lone survivor who has crash-landed on a mysterious, post-apocalyptic Earth. Your mission? Restore an old space shuttle launch base, which will serve as your headquarters. To succeed, you'll need to manage and upgrade the base's modules, repairing essential systems, unlocking new functionalities, and optimizing its operations to support your survival and progression. Today, we're going to discuss the incredible progress made over the past few months. Over the past few months, significant work has begun to rework the environment, aiming to make the city feel more immersive and less empty, while creating a truly unique atmosphere for the game. This started with the addition of an old and mysterious fungus that now spreads across parts of buildings and areas of the city, bringing an eerie sense of decay. Later, vegetation was introduced to enhance the visuals and emphasize the strange ambience, creating a striking contrast with the brutalist architecture of the original city. The lighting has also been completely reworked and improved, tying everything together and further enriching the atmosphere.